Another DJ Erica. Artist Takeover exclusive. Interview with Wblk'S own DJ Bandana Black. Mr. I Am Buffalo. Support me cause I support you. We all we got. DJTakeover.com.
You rockin' with me, the one and only DJ Erica. I'm in the house with DJ Bandana Black. I knew he was gonna show up, and he is here.
What's good?
All right. Now I've been waiting forever. I couldn't wait to get an interview with you. You know, I got like this list of questions, and for most of you guys that's broadcasting right now, we can still take some live questions. If you want to inbox me and let me know if you have any other questions, but I've been taking questions all week, and I just picked the ones that made the most sense. Because I think we'll be here all night if we really had like 60 questions. So I got like 10 or 11, okay?
Yeah, I've been scared all week.
Yeah, I'm like, what they gonna ask? But everything is appropriate. Don't worry.
I'm good with any questions.
Yeah. We are not censored. That's the benefit of online radio. We are not censored. Okay. All right. So the first thing I want to know is what made you become a DJ?
Honestly, I started off at BLK, basically. Co-producing Mike Chad's show as an intern, really just running the boards and all that, and then just seeing like DJ Noodles, DJ Hassan, DJ Heat, everybody else DJing. I'm like, this is kind of cool. I want to try it out, but I'm the type of person who always try to do things myself, so I didn't really ask for help. I just wasted a bunch of money on equipment that I wound up breaking and stuff.
What?
And so I learned. I finally got it right though. So I learned how to DJ and just watching it. It's crazy when I tell you I learned how to DJ basically off of watching them in YouTube videos. When people say you learn how to DJ off of YouTube, like on everything, I stayed up for hours watching YouTube videos and just trying what I seen and trying to do what they was doing, and I finally got it.
You know, the funny thing is, that's how I'm kind of like teaching myself how to do that stuff. Because I'm like, dude, I want to do this too. I want to interview people, but I also want to know how to mix it. I use a virtual mixer, but I'm trying to get myself together and learn how to DJ too, because it's fun. Like, I love music. It's just the idea of music. Like, I'm not gonna be no artist or nothing, but to be able to be around music all day, It's a cool thing. Are you from Buffalo? Where are you born and raised?
Yeah, I'm born and raised from Buffalo, New York, east side of Buffalo. Came up in the Central Park area. So yeah, definitely born and raised here in Buffalo, New York.
So what was it like growing up in this area?
Honestly, crazy bad. Like, lost a lot of friends, a lot of bad things, but that's really what made me go so hard with what I do now, is because like a lot of people not really here they didn't get their chance to live this long to go and see how far they can go. So I feel like I got to do it for the people that's still not here or whatever.
Yeah. Like, it's a lot going on in the city. I hear a lot of violence, unnecessary drama that be going on, and you gotta live life to the fullest. Life is real short.
Yeah.
So you're a DJ. So did you look up to specific DJs coming up?
Honestly, like I said, I never really wanted to. I never even thought about being I was an artist first. Like many people don't know, like I ran a studio called Bandana Studios in Central Park, probably like 2-3 years before I came to BLK, and that's where like when Superstar Buck and John Boy, G Wills, all those artists were starting off. That's where they all came to record. So that's where I learned like the core of what I was doing or whatever like that. So I actually started off rapping first. So I'm pretty nice rapping too.
Oh, you want to freestyle? We can. Get it out.
I was rapping first, and then like what happened was I had the studio basically open 5 days a week, 10 to 10, and it was just getting to the point where people was coming late, and it was just getting frustrating because they was messing up my time and my money. And then once I got the shot at BLK, I just really picked up the love of DJing. And it kind of really just made sense on the money tip, because it's like I could do one party and make the same amount that I made in a week doing the studio. So it's common sense.
So what do you prefer? Like, do you prefer DJing live at like the clubs, or do you like doing the radio thing more?
Honestly, and this is gonna sound crazy, and I've been really trying to work on it. I'm not gonna say I'm not a people person. I don't really talk a lot. I'm kind of shy for people who I really don't know. So I'd rather do radio where nobody's looking at me. As opposed to being in a club with 300 people standing. Like I said, I rock out clubs all the time. I do radio. I do everything. But if I had to pick one, I would say probably radio. But I've been getting better at trying to get out to these events and talk to people. So it's not like I'm antisocial or something. I just really came up where if you didn't know somebody, you don't really talk too much.
Okay. So people turn up their radio every Saturday night, and they just be trending all on Facebook, all on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's DJ Bandana Black. Everybody is going crazy. How do you feel about that when you just in that booth and you just know that you got the whole city on lock for those like 4 hours or how long your show is? How does that feel?
It feels great. I honestly, from when I came from where I started, I didn't really think that I'd get to the point where I'm at right now. Like even when I started with BLK, I thought I would just be an intern for a couple months. And I'll tell you the whole story about. It's like a 2-minute story. You got time? About how,
I got the time. We here till 11. We got all day.
This is how I got on BLK. I went to school for communication media arts at ECC South. So I came up with the idea I'm gonna go to BLK and try to get an internship. So I went there. They basically told me no the first time. So I waited like 3 months. I came back again. They basically told me no again. Like not just no, but they had too many interns. It just didn't work out. It wasn't my time. So I got frustrated and I went back up there with my resume and all that. Like I said, I knew how to run boards, I knew how to do commercials and all that before I came to the station. And I basically just said like, either I'm gonna have an internship or y'all gonna call the police to get me out of here because I'm not leaving either way. So luckily they didn't call the police. And Mike Chaz was there at the time and he read over my resume. He was like, oh, you know how to do this, this, and that. Why don't you come on as co-producing the show as an internship? And it was supposed to be a 3-month internship to get school credit. So after my 3 months was up, he like, we really ain't got a spot for you right now. Your internship is up. We don't know what you're gonna do. So I quit my job and I volunteered at the station for a year straight. I'm probably the longest intern they had. So I quit my job, quit doing the studio and all that, and just dedicated my life to BLK Monday through Saturday, 6 to 10 every day. Any events, anything that they needed. And then they asked me a couple of times to get on as a part timer. And like I said, I wanted to be more behind the scenes. I didn't want to be on air. And then one day, Chaz was like, just go up there with me and I'm gonna hold you down, make sure you don't mess up or anything like that. And I did that night, and ever since then, I've just been on running the boards and really just paying my dues. Like a lot of people think it happened overnight. Like I've been at BLK for 7 years, and that's just my, I just got my own show maybe almost 2 years ago. So it was really just dedication, really just never giving up. That's
yeah.
I didn't think I would get there.
Yeah, that's like a big message for a lot of people. A lot of people think that stuff's supposed to come overnight, but you need to be persistent. When you have a dream and a goal and you want to be somewhere, you got to be persistent. You got to take your time, and you know it's a lot of doors that open slowly but surely if you stay focused on the whole thing. Like a lot of times people are like, oh, that's risky. Let me quitting your job to do this, and you don't know if it's gonna work out. But a lot of times people see your dedication, it's gonna work out in your favor.
Yeah,
you especially when you're doing it the right way. You interned and. Yeah, you ran up there. You gonna give me a job?
I mean, because that just came out of her. Like I said, I always wanted to do music, and at that time, I was really kind of backing off of doing the rapping part of it. A lot of people don't know. I've been doing like the I Am Buffalo started once I got to the station, but I've been doing mixtape with local artists way before I was on radio. So that's always been something that's been my heart. Like a lot of people ask. One person asked one time, if you could be on any station, anywhere, doing anything, what would you do if money was an issue? And honestly, it would be right here in the city. Like if they offered me $1 million to do this or do satellite radio or do Atlanta or something like that, I'd take that $1 million and do Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo. Like I said before, like it's a lot of people that support you. I support you. Like I'll listen to you every Saturday. They be like, turn your radios off. I'm like, okay, it's DJ Bandana Black time. I'll be trending, sitting there just writing like everybody else. It's just real cool to see, like, the way that you support the local talent is just cool to me, because that's, like, my thing, too. So, I kind of look up to you. Everybody got, like, a DJ. I look up to you in a certain aspect because you support, like, the city, the local talents, and stuff like that. I'm going to take a quick break and play some music, and then I'm going to ask you how you feel about local talent and what is it like interacting with artists, different artists and new artists, like the crazy stuff people done did to try to get on the radio and stuff like that. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. I'm gonna play some Big Tim. Wait till I get home.
Hey yo, it's DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected. Keep calm when I feed these streets. I Am Buffalo Volume 7, United We Stand.
Right, that was Stevie P. We back again, rocking with DJ Bandana Black at WBLK. It's like the WBLK takeover. Whoa, that's what I'm gonna name it, the WBLK takeover. I usually call it artist takeover. So we got to get back to what I wanted to talk about, artists. All right, so you're that independent hip hop DJ. Everybody in Buffalo know who you are, and it's a bunch of artists out here. It's like trillions of them every day. Yeah. Tell me about your interactions with them. What is it like dealing with these people? What's it like dealing with hip hop artists that's coming up, and the good and the bad?
Honestly, it's a lot of good, it's a lot of bad too. Like it ain't all peachy. Like a lot of artists is definitely doing their thing, and I salute that. And I try to really work and help as many as artists as I can, as far as like doing promotion, mixtapes, whatever I can do, DJing events, playing these songs, whatever I can do. But it's a lot of downside to it too, because like we were saying earlier, like say if it's 600 artists and there's one DJ, it's humanly impossible for you to play every single artist. It's humanly impossible for you to promote every single artist. But if you're an artist who really making noise, making a buzz for yourself, and you catch the ear of a DJ, then I mean you got to take full advantage of that situation. So I think it's been good, it's been bad. Like I said, that's where my heart is at, as far as somebody from Buffalo to win, somebody from Buffalo to get signed. Not even signed, but just really just put on for the city on a major scale. And really just for it to be a good look. Whether I have a part in it or not, I just want somebody from Buffalo to win. That's where my heart is at with it. But it's a lot of other stuff that come with working with local artists too. Like it's a lot of people go way.
Like what is it? Like, what is it?
Way more than music. I mean, there's so many stories I can't even think like of a specific one. But you know, I mean, just. And I understand a lot of times out of frustration, not knowing how to move as an artist. A lot of people just know how to rap. They don't know the business of it. So because they think that they just know how to rap, they hot that you should put them on. You should promote them. You should do all this stuff for free. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be all the way 100 with you. If I was a record label, like I said, I did music before this. I'd rather work with the wackest artist ever that knows the business than the hottest artist that's not doing anything.
Yeah, because like honestly. Well, a lot of times people don't understand that it's business with the performer. They just want to dance on stage, and that's how you mess around. You be broke, bankrupt, stuff gone out of order. You really have to have your stuff in order business-wise before you decide to step out on the stage. It's like so much stuff that goes on behind the scenes.
And it's really just doing your research, learning the business. Like I said, it's a lot of artists out here who local artists who know the business, who've actually read and watched YouTube videos about certain ways to move, and a lot of times I tell artists that you can really mess up your future moving the wrong way, like approaching people the wrong way as far as like with your music. You sending out, I tell artists like all the time, if your whole promotional campaign can be done from your cricket phone, you lose it. I'm being 100. Like if your whole when you put together your whole plan for promoting your mixtape and promoting what you're doing, if it all can be done from your cell phone in your house, then you're not. That's not the type of person I want to work with. I want to work with the person who's putting out quality music, who's taking advantage of every opportunity. Yeah. From big to small, nothing should be too small for you to do or whatever like that. Like you can't say, well, I'm in a different bracket than all these other people. No, if you're talking to me, no, you're not. Because I'm not in the bracket that I want to be in either. So I'm taking advantage of every opportunity. And you as an artist, you got to take advantage of every opportunity that you can and really just move right. And a lot of times you gotta keep your circle small too as an artist. A lot of times people that's in your circle can mess it up for you.
Yeah, a lot of times people try to listen, like a lot of people get in your ear easily and then say, oh, you shouldn't do that, or oh, that person is whack, why would you want to work with them? And you should honestly just go with the flow of things. When the door open, go for it.
But you might say or just do different things. Like somebody in your entourage might, oh, that DJ whack because he ain't play your record. Now that might have been a DJ who was going to play your record, who was going to rock with you, but because the people that's around you was doing the wrong thing, then you pretty much just messed up yourself. But.
Yeah, and that's the thing I would try to tell artists. A lot of times artists get frustrated or they feel some kind of way, but if you have a bad attitude towards things are not going to go your way. Yeah. And you can't have a bad attitude towards the person that's going to spin your record or potentially help you further your career and build your fan base. Yeah. You can't, it has to be positivity spewing everywhere. Like a lot of times, it's people that, come up to me with negativity, but I really don't even hear the negative part because I feel like I'm focused on where I'm trying to go. People tell me, oh, you shouldn't interview this person sucks. I'm not going to not interview somebody. I see that everybody has their own ears. Everybody listens to their own type of music, so I don't feel the need to discriminate against anybody.
And like just some advice that I could tell you, like I said, I've been doing it for a long time, and you're gonna experience a lot of good, a lot of bad, especially working with local artists. At the end of the day, you got to do what feels right to you. So don't let what somebody else is saying or how somebody else feels stop you from doing what you want to do. A lot of times, like I said, I wasted a lot of time by trying to please everybody. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, you can't please everybody, so you got to do what works for you. And in the midst of doing that, try to help as many people as you can. But as far as all that other stuff, you got to just ignore it.
You got to ignore it because you really think about it, the city is really, people say that Buffalo's small, but it really is big, you know. And there's so many people, just the region area, just outside Buffalo, Rochester, all that stuff. There's so many different artists out there that's trying to get on. And the thing that, you know, I be feeling like artists should be more sensitive to the DJ and understand that this is what's going on. If the person put in more work, I feel like a lot of artists would be on. But it really depends on the artist that's putting in more work. You might feel like, oh, this person's song sucks. But that person been working hard. You know, they've been putting their package together. They've been giving out good CDs, not like Crayola Crayon type of graphic work or anything like that. They've been working hard.
It's the same thing on a local scale as it is on a major scale. Like an artist like Trinidad James. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Trinidad James is not, as far as lyric wise, is not one of the best artists out there. But he understood what he had to do to catch an ear and then go on to do what he's doing. So he's making money. So that's an artist who understood it.
And it's the business part, like you said before, the whole business aspect. If you don't know the business, then you're not gonna get fired. And it's a lot of artists out there that I'm like, what? But obviously they knew what they were doing behind the scenes for it to work out. So, you know, you got to get in where you can fit in. Everybody's trying to survive. At the end of the day, survival fittest. You got to do what you need to do.
I try to give as much advice as I can, but like I said, I've been doing it for years, and sometimes it just get to a point where it's frustrating when you're constantly telling somebody like you need to. Say for instance, like somebody may hit me up and say, "Listen, I want to pay you to host my mixtape," and I may say, "Listen, you're not ready to do a mixtape right now," and they feel like, "Oh, you just don't want to do the mixtape with me. You just hating." Da, da, da. No, at the end of the day, I could have just took your bread and hosted the mixtape, and you wouldn't have did anything. But what I'm saying is the steps to doing it. You need to build some type of a buzz before it's things that go into it. Like do a video. You should be doing a mixtape without a Twitter, a Facebook, a Instagram, a SoundCloud, a YouTube.
Yeah, you like
what is the purpose?
Plug in.
Yeah, what is the purpose of doing it? And when you try to explain that to a lot of people, they don't understand it. They just think, oh, you don't want to work with me, or you hate me. Da 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 da. Like, all right, cool.
It's that hard head, they don't want to listen. It's like you have to swallow your pride about a lot of things. If you don't have an audience, how are you going to have that big concert? If you don't have, like I said, if you don't have legit supporters that's sharing your music and your sound, or if you're not, you know, getting to know business owners, even, you know, not even just the DJs, but going to like Doris Records, going to those outside stores, just letting people know about your stuff, you gotta walk. You gotta walk and talk at the same time. A lot of people just be talking. They be like, go to my SoundCloud and this is my song and that's it. And you don't have no package. You need a full package to get where you want to go.
And it's how you approach it. I'm gonna be honest. And I done put this on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that. I done said like, don't send me any links. Like if you messing with, if you trying to get a DJ attention, most of our email addresses is on the website. So email us an MP3 version of the song. Like don't send me to your YouTube. I gotta go through all these videos and try to find out what song you want me to listen to. Your SoundCloud. I gotta reach through 1,000. Honestly, I got to the point where if you send me a link, I'm probably blocking you. Just keep it in 100.
We just kept it 100. We're gonna take a quick break, and then I want to test your skills. Well, actually, I want to talk about I Am Buffalo, that whole mixtape thing, and then I want to test your hip hop skills because you are the hip hop man. So I'm going to quiz you and see how many songs or how many questions you can give me the right answer to. I'm gonna take a break.
In the fast car, so I'm in the fast lane. Always been the same, never change when the cash came. Haters, I don't hear you. Money in my clear view. Leave niggas in the dust, see him in my rear view. She said that he lame, that mean that he born. We is on that road, that mean that we touring. In that SS, catch me super sport. You can hear me coming through, speeding like I'm Jeff Gordon. Superstar in Kid Sports, tell me when you get home. I'm from where you can't come at after it get dark. You around the store, baby fix your makeup. Back then they was sleeping, till I made them wake up. Now that we on, chicks want to get in my business, but
me, okay? Alright, I'm back here live with me. You're on Hawk Radio with me, the one like DJ Dare, okay? And I am interviewing DJ Bandana Black, Mr. I Am Buffalo, Mr. WBLK. Alright, so I wanted to know about your I Am Buffalo mixtape series. How did that whole thing start?
With I Am Buffalo, me doing local artist mixtape started years before I became on radio and all that. We had a mixtape called We Want In, Volume 1, and Damn It Feels Good to Be an Underdog, and we had like Superstar Bug, John Boy, Future, a bunch of different local artists. Then once I got to the station and really became like a Shadyville DJ and Fleet DJ and all that, I was like, I can use some of my accomplishments to maybe help some of the local artists to get heard like on a bigger market. So we came up with the I Am Buffalo idea. I did a mixtape called Comb City on My Back a couple of years ago. It was just a bunch of Buffalo artists doing one of the tracks. I was like, City on My Back, I am Buffalo. I was like, you know what, that I am Buffalo joint sound alright. I'm gonna use that for a mixtape, and then we did like volume 1. And then like for volume 2, we went to go do the we used to make some T-shirts just with the cover of the mixtape on there, just to promote the mixtape. And then when people seen the T-shirts, they just went crazy. Like we got like 100 orders just for the T-shirt. I'm like, yo, the whole purpose was just for the mixtape. Like we want y'all to get the mixtape. The music is what we doing. Yeah. So we kind of branched out and did clothing too. So the clothing actually been doing pretty just as good as the.
Yeah. So you got like the entrepreneur, got the fashion line, got the.
Yeah, and that came like shout out to DJ Skills too. That's my basically my right hand. He a fleet DJ too. He the one who actually went to go get the shirts made. He was like, yo, we got the shirts for the mixtape. So the day we promoted the mixtape, everybody like, yo, we want the mixtape, but we need one of them shirts too. So it kind of opened up another avenue, another something for us to do. So that was a blessing.
So all right. So you have how many has it been? I Am Buffalo, like 6, 7 of them.
We
like,
just dropped volume 7.
So volume 7, yes, that was the one that just hit the streets. They was like, that's like the best one so far. How does it feel to be able to know that you're helping artists, and with the work that you do, you're able to put all of these different artists from different areas together, and then let the world listen to people from your city and have like positive response? We ain't even going to think about the haters. How about the positive response that you get?
It feels good, especially when I sent it to a lot of the fleet DJs. And for those who don't know, fleet DJs are like all across the world, like different countries and all that too. So I sent it to a lot of them too, and we got like a lot of good positive feedback. So that feel even better. I mean, because like people from Buffalo saying it's hot, you kind of expect that because it's Buffalo. But people from a whole different city who never even they think Buffalo is farms and snow. Listen to the mixtape, like, yo, this joint is hard. Like, yo, we need some more of that. That's what it feels like. It's been some type of progress, and at night I can sleep knowing that I did something to try to help out the city.
See, y'all getting recognized. Y'all gotta know. You know, he's doing what he can do. He's doing his part. Don't ever say Bandana Black don't do his part, because he does his part. He's working hard. You know what I mean? Now, I wanted to play a game with you since you are the hip hop man. So I want to ask you some trivia questions. I'm going to ask some music in the background real quick. I like to have fun minds and throw some music in the background. Now I'm going to call this hip hop trivia. All right. And it wouldn't be better if I had a little bit of Tupac in the background. That's like my favorite song. Like,
yeah, I like that video too.
Yeah, it's like crazy. Right. All right. So the first question: how many songs off of Kanye West's debut album, College Dropout, were released as singles?
I don't know for sure, but I would say was it All Falls Down was on the first one, right? All Falls Down, Through the Wire, I think was a single, and I don't know if Jesus Walks was on the first one.
Good.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know.
You don't know?
It might have been.
You almost there. You almost there.
Jesus Walks, All Falls Down. I know I'm missing one. I can't think. I don't know. I can't think.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, the answer was 5. Jesus Walks, Slow Jams. Now, forget about Slow Jams. That was the joint. All Falls Down, Through the Wire, and the new workout plan. That's Kanye's workout.
See, I didn't think that was on the first one. I don't know why.
I don't know why neither. That was released late. You know, after the song, after the whole CD had ran its course and stuff. Yeah. All right. Who featured Tupac in his hit single California Love?
Who featured on the song?
Yeah, who featured on the song?
Dr. Dre.
2 people.
Dr. Dre and that wasn't Charlie Wilson. Who was that? It was a dude.
Old school.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I forgot dude's name. It wasn't Charlie Wilson, but I know you're talking about. He had like the weird voice effect thing with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Roger Troutman from was it Computer Love?
Yeah.
That's him. All right, you ain't doing too bad. You know you're a little bit hip hop trivia. All right, let's move over to producers. Now you know that's a well-known producer, but what was Pharrell's very first song? Very first song out for the airwaves.
I don't know, maybe his first song, like where he got his break, I think was the one with Noriega.
Very first song by himself.
Very first song?
Without the Neptune. Kind of like just basically by
Was it the front engine?
Yeah, you're right. See, you know your music. All right. Now we're going to go real old school, like beginning of time hip-hop. Man. All right.
This might be a problem.
Now, who are the 5 members of NWA then?
Oh, Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, MC Ren. Dr. Dre.
No, you see it's Yella.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yella. Okay, all right. And then, all right, what other questions you got on here? I got mad questions on here. You really know your hip hop trivia. Okay. All right. How many members are in G Unit? How many members make up G Unit? Who are they?
Right now, just 50 Cent.
And the original, like, you know, when 50 Cent, before, you know, he dropped everybody, got rid of them.
Lloyd Banks, Yayo, Game. Lloyd Banks, Yayo, Game. Tony, and Game. Game was a part of G Unit for a minute.
Now he ain't coming.
The original members was 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, and Tony Yayo.
Yeah.
And then Buck came once Yayo was like locked up or something like that.
Yeah.
And that was the original members.
Yeah, they said that according to here, it said that it was actually 11 members, and it was 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, Tony Yayo, Young Buck, Olivia, Spider Lock, MOP, Mob Deep, and somewhere in between them.
Oh, see, they came. Those are not the original members though. Like MOP came after 50 and blew up. Olivia came after. They weren't part of it. Mob Deep signed it. That was a couple years ago when Mob Deep signed the unit, but they weren't the original member. They were members of it. Spider Loc never really made any noise at all. I don't think he actually was.
It's kind of like a trick question. I'm trying to figure out how is this the answer. Because I'm like, Mace was never.
He was a part of it.
But
he wasn't original.
I'm thinking original people. I know he had came in for like 2 seconds, like welcome back, and then.
And that actually could have been a good look if they could have worked out the little contract situation.
Yeah. All right, I think I want to ask one more question, and we can wrap that part up. Let's see. Who sang "Express Yourself"?
Express yourself. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not even gonna lie. I know that song. I know the lyrics to it, but I can't remember what it is.
I'll give you a list: Run DMC, Sugar Hill Gang, The Fugees, or NWA.
I want to say NWA out of all the people.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, well, you know, I'm not even gonna grill you any longer. You passed the test to me, okay? He knows his hip hop trivia. Do you know your hip hop trivia, okay? Right below the video, because you know we still got the video dropping. And let me know what the answers is to all these questions. If you got any other questions you want to ask, it's gonna be too late. I told y'all to send me stuff all week long, so I don't know what else to tell you. I guess you could swing him a message or something. Y'all got
I'm not answering no more questions.
No more questions. This is the final curtain call. You heard it from him himself.
Yeah, honestly, I told him, listen, this is your one chance to ask me anything at all. So, no, I'm not going to say that. If anybody asks me anything after that, maybe inbox, I might answer it. But this is a great opportunity.
Oh, yeah. Someone just wrote me. Said, DJ Bandana Black, you were the first person for WBLK that gave me my own radio official write-up and hung my poster. To whom I love you for that, and will never be forgotten. Now I'm asking this question: what type of impact would you like to make in the music industry, being that you gave an opportunity to unsigned artists like myself?
Impact. I don't know. I've always been the type of person where I want to play the background. So impact as far as helping somebody else to get on. Like if I could help an artist do a mixtape, push a song that actually goes on to be a better situation for that artist, and I'm happy at the end of the day. As long as like my family fed now, I'm good right now. So I don't need millions and millions of dollars. That would be good, but as long as somebody else.
DJ Bandana.
Shouts out to Belly North. Shouts out to the mayor, 2 Chainz, Biggie May. I am Buffalo Volume 7, United We Stand. I see you. I see the grind. Shout out to the whole 716. Go east side, west side, south side, north side. Shout out to everybody who rockin' with the whole series. Keep coming, my feet in the streets. Let's go.
My big homie told me get it poppin'. Strippers got their booty bosses. Never put your hands in the re-up. Get that money.
Hello, DJ J Erica, and I'm still here with Bandana Black. We're gonna be wrapping it up, but of course, I just want you to give you time to give shout outs to anybody and let people know how to follow you on Facebook, Twitter, and everything else, and when your show broadcasts.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DJ Bandana Black. That's DJ BANDANA Black. That's Twitter and Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook. One of them is Facebook/Bandana Black. The other one is Facebook/DJ Bandana Black. I had to do a fan page because Facebook you hate once you get 5,000.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
You can't
they won't let you keep going. As far as shout outs to to the whole city, I see you played the Stevie P joint earlier. Shout out to Stevie P, definitely doing his thing. That whole We Us movement, that Superstar Buck mixtape about to drop in a minute too. Shout out to the boy Future too, with the Somebody Lying. That's my joint right there. Shout out to all the whole city, everybody out there doing something, man. Shout out to the whole city. See, I can't do just a couple of shout outs.
Yeah, it's like a list. Don't get offended.
You always got to end it with shouts out to everybody.
Oh, shout out to Jamal Gasol. Shout out to who else I want to give a shout out to? Shout out to my mom for always believing in me. I'm gonna give a shout out to Ken Bella for supporting me. Those fans to be supporting, and everybody that be tuned into this little radio station over here. And you're gonna be here at Wblk'S College tomorrow. Turned up
tomorrow night for the fashion show. It's gonna be crazy.
You said start at 8 p.m.
Either 8 or 8:30.
Yeah, we gonna find out. We just come at 8. You know we ain't gonna start on time. We never start anything on time over here.
But it's gonna be turned up.
We gonna be.
They give me like usually when you get booked for like something like through a school or something like that, they tell you to give all this list of rules and things that you can't do. Unfortunately, they didn't give me any rules or anything that I can't do, so we're gonna be turned up.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be turned up. Yeah. All right, thank you for coming through, and all right, DJTakeover.com. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.
Support me because I support you. We all we got. DJTakeover.com.